So, hi Lia and Trennt. Welcome to our little video interview. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Yep.
So, now you won the Grand Prix de France. You were second skate America. You qualified the Grand Prix final. And you said at the press conference a year ago it was your first competition.
Yeah.
A year ago today.
Yeah.
So, what would when you think back to that first competition, would you ever expect to be where are you now?
I did. I knew that there was definitely the potential for this right from the get-go, and I told Lia that right from the get-go. Honestly, like, if you'd asked me in that moment exactly a year ago today, we were both way more nervous for that than we were for this.
100%. I was just
at
going to say
moment,
that.
Maybe not,
Maybe not.
but as we started skating together, like right away, I knew there was potential for this to happen. So very excited to start to see it unfolding.
Yeah, so when you think back on that first competition you did, how nerve-wracking was it, especially for you, Lia, competing in a new discipline?
Yeah, it was filled with emotions for sure. I think part of the nerves that we were feeling was just, having people from the outside kind of underestimating us, or because we had gotten together so quickly. I think we competed 3 months after we started skating together, around that time. So we put in the work and we felt ready, but you never know under the competition lights.
And it was the first time competing together, so we didn't know how each other competes.
Yeah, we had to ask each other, like,
together.
do you like to listen to music? Do you like to talk? Do you like to take your skates off in between? So many things that we were like, oh, maybe we should have talked about this before. But it was definitely a good learning experience, and we kind of continued to grow from there. But it is really crazy that it was a year ago today that we had our first competition.
Yeah, it was in Canada, right?
Yes,
it was our sectionals.
So qualifying for nationals.
I remember reading the results and
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because we got our scores and they're like, oh my God, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. Is that good? Is that bad? Like, you guys seem happy. I guess that's good.
So how did you decide to skate together? Did you invite Lia to do pairs?
Yeah, so right away, Allison and I, as soon as Evelyn had decided that she didn't want to skate anymore, we had talked about it, and she's like, do you want to continue skating? I said, yeah, right away. I'm not done with the sport. And then so we right away just contacted Lia's coach, because she was our only option after we just talked about it. And we were just like, yeah, that's the one I want to see how it goes with. Contacted her. They agreed to meet. We had a conversation about it, did a tryout, and then it just kind of rolled. We never said, do you want to skate?
They never fully asked me, so we're still on the trial run. I haven't said yes yet. I guess maybe the gold medal kind of answers the question itself, but we do kind of joke around about that because the tryout went pretty naturally, and I had a singles competition that weekend, so I competed on my own, and then we kind of continued the tryout the next week and just kept saying, okay, good, see you tomorrow. And I think we were both enjoying ourselves, and then started programs, and the process just kept going. Yeah, and here we are.
It's a year later, we're still trying out.
Yeah.
And why did you pick Lia? She was your, what did you see in her?
Well, actually, so Lia did novice pairs 5 years prior to when we started skating together with our coach, Allison.
So I had known Trennt and the coach, Allison.
Allison and Nancy are also really good friends, so they are always in contact with each other, helping each other out with competitions and taking care of people and everything. So obviously I knew Lia, we were friends already, so it was an easy, let's look at who in Canada, other paired people, single skaters. We knew Lia
had a little bit of experience.
And everything, and would be a great option. So it was, for us, it was just kind of right away. It was like, okay, we're going to see if this is the option, and that was it. Just
final.
Ready to go.
You were also a good single skater, Lia, and competed internationally. So why did you say, okay, I'm going back to pairs?
It wasn't even that. When I decided right away, I had a talk with my singles coach, and I asked her, I was like, what do you think is the best option for me? And she was like, I really think you should give this a try. And so I was like, okay, yeah, perfect, I'll give it a try. Like, it doesn't mean I need to stop single skating right away. And I continued the rest of the season doing double discipline, which was fun. Obviously had some hard moments and long hours at the rink, but it was worth it. I love skating, so I toughed it out and made it through. This season, when I kind of decided to do solely pairs, was based on the fact that there's not enough hours in the day, and obviously based on our quick success last season, we had big goals for this season, and it would only be fair to kind of give it 100% to see them through, and I'm glad that I did, because now we're sitting here today, gold medalists, so it was definitely the right decision. We're also both part-time university students now for the first year for both of us. So that's kind of a new experience that we're enjoying as well. So there's just not enough hours in the day.
What do you study?
I study business at the University of Guelph.
And I'm at McMaster University, and I do social science, which I'll probably major in psychology.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So, and how does your study help you in skating?
Yeah, it's really good because it's something completely outside of skating, and it's just learning. Obviously, from skating, we love learning because we're trying to push ourselves all the time, but it's really good to have something that's just completely out of skating. I love skating to death, but sometimes that can be a curse and you just way too much into it. But I'm really enjoying it, really enjoying the process of going to school, going to class, and it's really fun. I enjoy it a lot. I think Lia does too. We pretty well talk about class every day that we see each other after we have it. So
yeah, I think it's what Trennt is saying is it's a different environment. It's around kind of people our age, but in a different setting, not related to sport. So it's been interesting for us to kind of be out in that social setting aside from the rink. It's been nice.
Yeah, and many skaters that study say this is very helpful, and also maybe for skating, maybe the psychology part.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's good in that sense, and then it's like I love coaching skating. I want to be a strength and conditioning coach, so just being able to understand how people work and how people think is just a big thing, and also obviously for myself, it might be a little helpful to be like, oh, okay, whoa, Trennt.
So when you love skating so much, you probably, that's why it never crossed your mind when Evelyn finished skating, you didn't want to stop.
Yeah,
Yeah, and stop, because it's not so easy was to start then completely a new career with a new partner. Yeah, but it worked out very well. How do you feel as a team that you have developed over this year?
Quite a bit, a lot. Everything, all the answers.
Yeah, I think development for us looked a little different this off season. Obviously we kind of came out with a bang last season, and we were very excited and happy about that, but we wanted to obviously still grow and continue to improve on a multitude of things. We wanted to come out this season and not still look like a new pair team, because obviously it's well known that we have not been skating together for very long. So we wanted to kind of push the boundaries and look like we belong. We belong at the top. We're going to push the people ahead of us, and I'm glad that we were able to do that, and we're going to continue to do that. But I think developmentally wise, we had a lot of fun in the off season. We got to try a lot of new things, especially for me, new lift positions, and just kind of working with our choreographers on the choreography side of things and the connection between us and the performance. We're really trying to push the boundaries of that in pairs. We look up to the ice dancers a lot in the performance aspect, because you watch and you feel all these emotions and you want to cry, and I'm like, that is what we want to bring to pair skating as well. So that's something that we were really working on and hopefully have accomplished, and keep continuing to do that.
Yeah, that's why you also worked with the ice dancers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's been huge on that part.
What can you tell us about your programs, the River and then the Dramatic Gladiator?
River, the short program, I think it took us a little bit longer to decide on. We wanted to kind of push the boundaries with our program and our performance, but do something that was still within our wheelhouse of capabilities. And working with Allison and Asher Hill on that was a super cool project. I worked with Asher Hill for many years, so it was really nice to continue that relationship. But I think it, it has a certain vibe to it, a little angsty, a little gritty.
Yeah. Trying to be cool.
Yeah, we're cool.
Cool.
So it's been cool to kind of tap into that as well as the other program. I'll let you speak about Gladiator.
Gladiator, I love it. Obviously, Pirates last year, we had a lot of fun with that, and that was like, I wanted to skate to it for so long, and I finally did. So I didn't think I was going to be able to like have something better than Pirates, but I love this so much more. And working with Adrian and Maddie on this, especially Adrian also loved this, and he said he always wanted to skate to it, so I think it gave more life to it because we were like, he really wanted to work on it with us, so it was really fun. But same thing, it's just a more mature version of Pirates from last year and still a little bit different, trying to bring different movements into it that obviously we weren't not able to do but didn't have the time to work on last year. Just showing that aspect of it, that our maturity of our skating is growing in all aspects of it, even just tapping into some of the stuff we did before and making it bigger and better.
So what attracted you to this music? Why did you want to skate to it so much?
We kind of had found the last clip, Now We Are Free, is it called?
Yes, Now We Are Free, yeah.
And it's a known piece. We had heard it before, but we really felt something when we listened to it, and we played it in the car, on the ice, off the ice, and every time we kind of were like, oh, this is really cool. And we worked with Adrian, and he kind of helped find the other pieces of the beginning. And, like Trennt was saying, it kind of has more emotion of sadness. Obviously the Gladiator movie is quite filled with emotions, mostly sad, and it's not really an area that I have worked on and we hadn't worked on together, so I think it was something that we wanted to push ourselves and to challenge ourselves with working on the emotion side of the music. So I think that's kind of what sold it for us, was the feeling that we got listening to the music. We wanted to feel that while we were skating and hopefully make others feel the same way.
Yeah, but your personality seems very upbeat and fun.
Yes,
so
yeah.
You seem to get along very well.
Yeah.
And you said you keep it light and funny to manage stress. So how do you do that?
I think it just comes naturally. It's a lot easier. We've had some days, obviously, where things are a little bit stressful and stuff, and then we always relate when we're talking it out afterwards. We're always like, when we just are having our normal days that work well, that's where we're just being ourselves and natural, and we help each other even on those not worst days, but days where one of us is having a rougher day, whether it's skating related or not, and it makes it a lot easier and a lot more fun, and that's what we're here for. We both love skating. We love training, we love competing, we love doing this, so when we remind each other of that, it makes things a lot easier, and it makes the work easier to do. Not that it still is hard, but it just makes it a lot easier to get up every day and go and do what you love. Like I always say, I don't work a day in my life because we love what we do.
Yeah, I think a big part of it is open communication as well. We care a lot about how each of us is doing mentally and physically, but it is in our natural personalities to kind of have fun with it. Like he said, when you're having fun, you don't really work a day in your life, and that's one of the things that we connected on right away, was our love for the sport.
Yep.
But I think keeping it light and fun is not really a forced task. It's just natural for us. If there's ever those moments of stress or kind of seriousness, we're like, whoa, what's happening here? This isn't normal. I think it's a natural thing, and we just want to continue to capitalize on that, because I think it's a little rare in the competition setting, but we're very grateful that we can share that together.
Yeah, I think you can really see that.
Yeah, thank you.
You have already reached an important goal for the season by qualifying for the Grand Prix final.
Yep.
What other goals do you have on your mind? And obviously we have the World Championships in Canada.
Yes, that's
super exciting. We're really looking forward to that. I would say goals for the rest of the season would still be kind of more internal goals for ourselves, and just pushing our programs more and more, and using these competitions as learning experiences. Skate America and here, we're not perfect, so we're still going to keep building on that and working on it. As for placements and scores,
We want to keep pushing our scores up higher. Obviously, that's always the goal, but pushing up so we can get into the 200 so we can be really competitive at every single event that we're going to. I think we are now, but we want to be competitive at the top of every single event that we go to.
Okay, then we wish you the best of luck
Thank
for the rest
you.
of the season.
Thank you.
And see you soon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.